All right, let's dive right into a big one. We're going to take a hard look at a super popular recovery method that, well, it might actually be doing more harm than good for your goals. It's time to uncover recovery's cold, hard truth. So let's just cut to the chase with the big question. Is your post-workout ice bath literally killing your gains? I know it sounds dramatic, but the science we're digging into today suggests this is a question we seriously need to be asking. I mean, you can picture it, right? That hardcore athlete, steam coming off them, plunging into a tub of ice right after a brutal workout. It's become this symbol of toughness, of ultimate dedication. But the question is it actually smart? And that brings us to what we can call the hypertrophy paradox. It's this really fascinating, kind of weird situation where the very thing you're doing to recover might be sabotaging the results you worked so hard for just minutes earlier. Okay, first things first, let's make sure we're on the same page with a key term, hypertrophy. It's just the sciencey name for the increasing growth of your muscle cells. If you're hitting the weights to get bigger or stronger, hypertrophy is pretty much your number one goal. It's the whole point. So here's the conflict in a nutshell. Your goal, on one hand, is to maximize that muscle growth. But your action, on the other hand, is to immediately jump into an ice bath. And the research we're breaking down here says those two things are basically fighting each other. So let's get into the nitty-gritty, the biological why. Why would something that feels like it's helping with soreness actually bring muscle growth to a screeching halt? It really all comes down to a crucial biological process your body is trying to kick off right after you work out. And here it is, the core of the problem, straight from the research. That thermal shock from the cold water blunts the essential inflammatory response. You know, we're so conditioned to think all inflammation is bad, right? But in this case, for building muscle, that immediate short-term inflammation isn't the enemy. It's actually the messenger. It's vital. Think of it like this. It's a simple process. 1. Your workout creates tiny micro tears in your muscles. That's a good thing. 2. Inflammation rushes in, acting like a flare gun, signaling your body's repair crew to get to work. 3. All the right hormones show up to rebuild that muscle even stronger than before. But then, step 4, that immediate cold shock acts like a giant stop sign. It just shuts down those crucial signals and messes up the entire growth process. Okay, so we've laid out the problem. But the good news is the solution is incredibly simple. This isn't about banning ice baths forever. It's all about timing. And that brings us to a super easy rule to remember, the 6-hour solution. And here it is, the single most important number to take away from all this. 6. 6 hours. That's the magic number. It's the minimum, the absolute minimum amount of time you need to let your body do its thing after strength training before you even think about any kind of cold therapy. So let's visualize this. The moment your workout ends, a clock starts. For the next 6 hours, you're in a critical recovery window. Think of it as a no-cold zone. This is when all that essential signaling and repair work is happening. It's only after that 6-hour mark that it becomes an optimal time to use cold therapy, if you want to, for its other benefits like reducing soreness. So let's lock this in. This is your new, simple, actionable rule for your training. And it's all about one thing, preserving your hard-earned gains. I mean, you put in all that work in the gym, the last thing you want to do is have your recovery undo it. So here's your new checklist for smarter recovery. It's simple. To maximize muscle growth, you've got to delay all cold exposure. Wait at least 6 hours after your workout. Just let your body's natural repair process get started. That's how you preserve all that essential hormonal signaling. That's it. It's that simple. And really, this is just a great reminder that we should always be questioning the why behind the things we do in fitness. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other common recovery rules that we all just accept as fact might need a serious rethink?